What is up guys, welcome back to Mr. Tech Boss. As you can see, I'm running Oxygen OS on my Redmi K20 Pro, and this is the best Oxygen OS port so far for our Redmi K20 Pro because it has pop-up camera working just like it should, and this is thanks to a dev called Cyber Phantom. So yeah, he has done an amazing job making this Oxygen OS work on our Redmi K20 Pro. But without any further ado, let's get started. Alright, so guys, before we get started, please make sure to like and subscribe if you want to be updated about the latest videos or ROMs for the Redmi K20 Pro. But yeah, now that you've done that, let's get started. Alright, so guys, firstly let's get into the basics, and now if we go to the Android version, and we can see the security patch is the latest, 1st June, and it uses the Nfc kernel. So yeah, that is basically about the basics. Now if we go back, what are the bugs? Basically, fingerprint on display, it does not work as of right now, and also there's one feature which will obviously never get fixed, and that is basically exclusive to OnePlus devices, and that is this one. So if we go here into quick gestures, these gestures aren't working. This is the only thing that I've found so far that does not work. So yeah, that is basically about it. Everything else I've tried so far works really well. So the dev has fixed the pop-up camera, and let me show you how well it works right now. So if I go, for example, into say Google camera, and then say I want to take a selfie, so I just switch it around and boom, it works just like it should on any other ROM, or just like it should work on this device. But yeah, this is one of the biggest changes and one of the biggest reasons I did not use Oxygen OS before. Fingerprint on display might be partly a reason, but yeah, the biggest reason was pop-up camera, because it's just annoying to get to unlock your device with the password every time. So now also face unlock works. So if you've seen the video from the start, you might have seen it works. But yeah, and also one interesting thing that I found working was if we go into security and then face unlock, and then this option also works. So you can swipe up to unlock. Like on the lock screen, you'll have to swipe up and then the pop-up camera will pop up, or whenever you turn on the screen. So I would recommend keeping it on this one, just because sometimes you might turn it on to see the time and then you don't want the pop-up camera to pop up. But yeah, other than that, let me decrease the brightness a little bit. So there's another way you can unlock your device. So if you have a Mi Band or some other Bluetooth accessory that's on your wrist or something like that, so you can go ahead into the settings of, for example, Mi Band, and then unlock screen, go to settings, and then it's going to pair. So just go to smart unlock, type in your pin, then trusted devices, then just tap on Mi Band 4, and then it'll set it as a trusted device. So now you won't even have to enter your password, just swipe up. If you have your Mi Band connected, it will unlock, and obviously if you turn off Bluetooth, it won't unlock. But yeah, oh, and by the way guys, the installation steps are going to be towards the end of the video, so make sure to stay tuned till the end. And also if you go into utilities and OnePlus laboratory and then DC-dimming, this option does not work. So if I decrease my brightness a little bit, it will start flickering even though I have turned on. So yeah, obviously it does not work as of right now. Hopefully it's fixed, but it personally doesn't matter, because for me, I'm not prone to those flickers. So yeah, also guys, if you're wondering what the Geekbench score is, it is a bit low. It's actually quite low because it's using immensity. So if you want a greater score, I don't know why it matters, but if you for whatever reason want a higher score, just flash F1XY kernel. So as you can see, it's quite low. It's just due to immensity kernel. So and the dev has promised he's going to switch to F1XY in the next build anyway. But if you for whatever reason want a higher score, you can flash F1XY kernel, because yeah, immensity is what bottlenecks the device. Oh, and also guys, it comes with all the Oxygen OS goodies. So if you go into utilities, all these other things do work. So like app locker, it works, and parallel apps, they work as well, and also quick reply in landscape does work. So let me quickly show you a screenshot of it working, because I tried it yesterday. So yeah, as you can see, let me actually zoom in a little. I was in landscape actually, and then I opened my notification panel, and then just pressed reply in landscape, and then it pops up these two windows. So yeah, it's a great addition, and yeah, I'm actually surprised all these things actually work perfectly on our Redmi K20 Pro. Alright guys, and now there's one more really cool thing that I found out that works. So if you plug it in and see the warp charge animation, yeah, that is really cool. So it's great that it works. But yeah, so yeah, other than that, that is basically about it. If you have any questions, do leave them down in the description. But yeah, all the other things do work. So like auto brightness, it does work. Reading mode, night mode, which is basically the yellowish tint, it does work as well. And our dark mode, it works as well. So if you do have any questions, do let me know. And Zen mode, by the way, it works as well. I don't want to turn it on even by mistake, but yeah, it works as well. All right, so guys, now before I move on to the camera, let me tell you guys about the battery life. And it wasn't great for me, but that's probably because I used migrate backup and then I restored my migrate backup. So I recommend you to clean CryOS ROM and format your internal storage if you want to use it as a daily driver, if you want to get a decently good battery backup. So yeah, overnight drain was a bit high for me, maybe like 10% overnight. So yeah, that's high, and I guess that's probably because I didn't properly let it, I probably just restored my backup, and that's what maybe caused something wrong. But yeah, don't expect bad battery backup on this ROM. So yeah, now moving on to camera. As of right now, it's not gonna work for you, and that is because the vendor that's released right now does not support ANX. So I would recommend you to wait till tomorrow, because the dev will actually release the vendor tomorrow, but he has given it to me he has given me the files needed for ANX to work for me. He has given the files to me, so for me the ANX works. It's not going to work for you. He's going to release the thing tomorrow. So yeah, as you can see, ANX works perfectly, and yeah, it does support up to 4K 60, by the way. And now if I go to Pro mode, let's see which settings are missing. So this all works. So if I have, say, like this, and then yeah, the focus mode doesn't work. You can't, manual focus doesn't work actually. So manual focus, if you tap the toggle, it's just not respond. Alright, so guys, let me show you all the customizations that actually do work. So if you go into customizations, these all options, I have tried them out, they do all work. So for example, vibrant tints, it all works. Presets do work. Accent colors, they do work as well. So yeah, now this horizon light, I don't know, I haven't seen it working right now, but I'm sure it's working. So yeah, I haven't got a lot of time for testing this, but yeah, there's mostly everything is working on this ROM. And by the way guys, these toggles, they are working as well, but I'm sure this color accuracy isn't actually working too well, although this slider does work. I'm not sure if the color accuracy is actually going to be sRGB or the display P3. So yeah, you can toggle with it, whatever, but yeah. Oh, and guys, also NFC does not work. So if you go into this setting, NFC, he just removed it for now. So yeah, it might be fixed in the future, but the dev hasn't promised me anything related to that. But yeah, that is pretty much it. It comes with all the OnePlus goodies, so like the OnePlus ringtone and stuff like that, and the vibrations, I mean the ringtone, the notification sounds and stuff like that. But yeah, also this live caption, I think it would work. So let's actually try this out. So let's open some YouTube video. Yeah, this does work as well. So yeah, it's great that almost everything works, other than things like which work on no device, like these things, like for example quick gestures, they do not work on any device. But guys, I was also really surprised to see that VO Wi-Fi and VoLTE does work on this ROM. So yeah, as you can see, one of them, sim 1 says VO Wi-Fi, because that's the only sim that I have VO Wi-Fi enabled on. But yeah, it works really well. Just like it on many AOSP ROMs, it does not work, but on Oxygen OS it works, and that's what's the most surprising part. And alright guys, I'm really sorry for the flicker, but I have to lower the brightness so you can see the display. But now if I call, say for example 198, it does actually say calling Wi-Fi call. So yeah, that works as well. And I also tried video calling, that works as well. So yeah, it is amazing, all these features working at the same time on a port especially. Now guys, let's quickly do a super fast app opening test. You should know it that you should know about this test if you watch my videos or if you're my subscriber. But yeah, so firstly, in the first round, I open all the apps real quick and see if there are frame drops and stuff like that. But yeah, so far I do not see any frame drops. Maybe there are once in a while there are frame drops, but yeah, smooth performance shouldn't really be an issue for you if you want to use this ROM as a daily driver. So yeah, it's working really well, and it's really fast and slick. And also, if you're wondering, this is how the volume panel looks like. But yeah, that is about it. But yeah guys, that is basically about it. Now let's move on to the installation. So you have to basically reboot to recovery, and I'll get back to you in just a second. So guys, once you boot into your recovery, I recommend using the latest version of OrangeFox. Then what you need to do is go ahead into system, wipe, then wipe system, delete cache, data and vendor. Just wipe them. I'm not gonna do that because I've already installed the ROM. But yeah, then you need to download all the files. So yeah, as I said, vendor, it's not the latest one. He's going to release a new vendor tomorrow which will support ANX, so I recommend you guys to wait till tomorrow. And yeah, contact me on Telegram, so you get you can ask me any questions there if you have any problems flashing or anything like that. But yeah, so the process is gonna remain the same. So after wiping, what you need to do is flash vendor, and then after vendor, just put system and then boot. And then once you flash these three files in this following order, what you need to do is go ahead into your DFE, and you only need to flash DFE if you do not want to stay encrypted, and that is recommended if you switch ROMs on a daily basis, because you don't have to format data on a daily, format your internal storage, which is a pain in the ass. But yeah, and then what you need to do is flash DFE and then flash pass reset, and that is basically about it. And then you can just boot the ROM, and it is actually pre-rooted, so you don't need to worry about that. And yeah, if you are using F2FS storage, then what you need to do is right after flashing vendor, don't flash system. Right after flashing vendor, flash F2FS patched fstab.zip. If you want any of these files, contact me on Telegram. I'm there to support you guys if you have any questions, or you can even contact me in the description, but it's easier just on Telegram because I can send you files right there. But yeah, that is basically about the flashing process. And then just to reboot to system. And then if it does keep rebooting back to recovery, which shouldn't normally happen, if it does happen, that means you're encrypted. So firstly, I would recommend you to take your backup and then go ahead into menu, manage partitions, then data, then just format data and then type in yes. So that's going to ensure all your data is gone, and it'll remove any encryption, and then the ROM should boot fine. But yeah, all right, so guys, that is basically about it. If you're still watching, thank you. Please make sure to subscribe and like this video, because it's a lot of effort making all these videos for you guys. But yeah, and if you have any comments, if you have any questions, comment down below or contact me on Telegram. All the files and my cases and my tempered glasses that I use, all the products that I used, will be linked down in the description. But yeah, that is basically about it. This is Fuzel Hamid from Mr. Tech Boss, signing off.